Now that we've taken a look at the desktop, the right-hand side of your desktop is going to be a whole other set of menus that are going to be important to you. Down here, you're used to seeing icons. Now here in these icons, you're going to have quite a few different ones, probably different from mine. However, everybody has some of the same. First, this is your power charge, how charges your battery of your laptop. This is your Wi-Fi icon, which Wi-Fi are you connected to and how strong is that access. And here is your speakers or your headphones if you have headphones connected. This will give you that option of the volume of your menu. The next piece is unique to the 2-in-1 laptops. This is the Windows Ink Workspace. When you click on the Windows Ink Workspace, you've got 3 really important tools that a lot of our teachers and our staff use. The very first thing is sticky notes. When you click on sticky notes, if you're used to having these sticky notes on your desktop, here's how you get them. You can type into them. You can also take your pen and start writing on them. But you do have to create a new one. And to delete them, you click on the trash can. Now, if you want to keep a note on your desktop, notice how your desktop is a little darker gray. You can click on the X button, and that will get rid of the darker gray, but keep the sticky note on your desktop. You can change the colors of your desktop as well as the settings on your desktop to enable Insights. Now, Insights allows you to work with the calendar app on your desktop if you choose to use the calendar app. That is different from the Outlook email that we've gone over in your new teacher training class, or we will go over in your new teacher training class, depending on when you're watching this video. After the sticky notes, you've got this section called Sketchpad. So I'm going to erase my Sketchpad. If you're opening up Sketchpad for the very first time, you have a really cool sketched image that comes with every new laptop. You unfortunately do have to erase that. And what's here is a really cool whiteboard. So again, just like using your annotation tools in the first assignment, you can pick your color, pick your pens, and you can now start annotating all over your screen. An added bonus using this tool is use our ruler. So now I'm actually not using my pen, but I'm using my fingers. One finger to move it left and right, 2 fingers to turn my ruler. And when I take my pen, no matter how straight or unstraight I draw, as long as I'm drawing near my ruler, it will automatically give me a straight line. Now, if I don't want a ruler, I do have an option for a protractor. So this is for my my math teachers. Now I can go in here and take my protractor. I'm going to go with a different color here. And 2 fingers again, I can make my protractor bigger or smaller. And then I can draw a certain angle. Let's say if I want 90 degrees, I can't go backwards, just like in a real pen. I need to erase and go back into and draw specifically my 90 degrees. And there's my curved line. So this program in itself is super helpful for a lot of our classroom teachers. If you want to save something, I'm going to click on the Save button. That'll bring up your Save menu, and it's going to save it just like a picture. And then when I'm done, I click on Close. Now, if I were to close out without saving, it does save it. Notice how I've got a little preview of my Sketchpad right here. It saves my last sketch, hence you saw my note at the very beginning. Lastly, if I wanted to do a screen sketch, let's say I had a website open or I wanted to do something on my desktop, Screen Sketch is just like Sketchpad, only it's taken a picture of your desktop, and now I can annotate all over my desktop and do whatever I'd like on here and save it just like my Sketchpad. So I can revert back to erasing a previous sketch. I can trash it, I can save it, and then I can also exit. So that's a really helpful tool, our Windows Ink Workspace. Now, the really important piece is looking at this little call out button. This is my action menu, and that's the third assignment that you'll be working on. So the action menu has quite a few things. Notice I have three little action items that my computer is telling me. Number one, my network firewall is down. Now, don't be concerned about this icon because you will actually get this every day. The way that our system works here in SD129 is that our network monitors our firewall. There is a firewall in our system when you are connected to the Wi-Fi at school. However, the way that we have it set up, the computer just doesn't think it exists. So I can exit out, and then tomorrow, or maybe in a few hours, I will get another notification saying I don't have a network firewall. I have a program called Dropbox that I have on my computer. It says that I've added 7 files, just another notification for myself. If you don't have Dropbox on your computer, you will get notifications from them. And then I also will always get this Windows Defender Security Center alert that I have been scanned and that I didn't have any threats. I can always just X that out. So I like to clear out my notifications every so often. You'll also see a little number here if you've got notifications. Now the important part is actually these buttons right here. Notice I only have 4. I click on expand and I have all my options here. And we're going to go through all of them. Because this is a virtual class, unfortunately, I won't be able to show you some of my options because of the way I'm connected to my screencasting, but we're going to talk about them. Tablet mode. Because you have a 2-in-1 laptop, you can actually flip your computer and take the screen and push it all the way back so that your computer looks like it's in tablet mode. The way I have my computer connected, I won't be able to click on it because I'm connected to a second screen and I'm video casting. So if you'd like to see a tablet mode, please talk to your mentor or talk to your instructional coach, your tech coach that's assigned to your building. We'd be happy to show you exactly how to flip and to lock your rotations. But if I wanted to go into tablet mode, being in a laptop mode, I could click on this button and my images would look into tablet mode. I can also lock my rotation. Whenever I'm walking around the classroom in tablet mode, if you've ever used an Android tablet or an iPad, you'll notice that your screen will rotate depending on which way your iPad or your device is facing up. Especially if you're connected to a screen, it's going to be really distracting to students because your screen on your desktop will just start spinning as you're moving your device. I keep my computer on rotation lock so that no matter how I have my device in my hand, my screen is always going to look the same on my computer and if I'm projected on my projector. If I ever wanted to go to settings, I click on settings right here and that brings up my settings menu, just like it did earlier when I clicked on my Windows button over here. I can click on my settings menu. Airplane mode, this will turn off any Wi-Fi if you are obviously in an airplane and you can't turn on the Wi-Fi. Location will always be grayed out for you. Our laptops do have the ability to put in a Wi-Fi chip. If you don't have a Wi-Fi chip in your laptop, which we don't, then your location obviously won't work. Quiet hours is really cool. What this does is it turns off all notifications on your laptop. Unfortunately, the time frame of those quiet hours is always from 4 p.m., roughly 3 to 4 p.m. until 7 a.m. the next morning, and they're not adjustable. We are hoping that Windows will allow us to adjust those times, and if they do, your tech coaches will let you know. So for right now, not many people use that quiet hours, but it just basically turns off notifications during a set amount of time. Again, mobile hotspot also will be grayed out on yours if you don't have a mobile chip, which we do not supply for our teachers. So this will be grayed out, not an option for you. This one is very important though. This is the brightness of your screen. So if you click on it, your screen will get brighter and brighter. And I believe as you're watching this video, you'll see that my screen is getting brighter and brighter, depending on the percentage of brightness that you decide. Nightlight is cool. If you have an Android or iPhone, you can turn on this nightlight to make your screen a more amber color. This is actually better for your eyes if you're working in the evening. And you can turn that on and off from this menu. Here again is your Bluetooth options. Notice a lot of these features are found in other places. This is just the easiest way to get to it. If you have Bluetooth connections, like right now I'm connected to my mouse, you can click on this option to turn Bluetooth on and off. VPN is something that we don't use here in SD129, so you don't have to worry about this button. Battery saver. I'm currently connected to my power source. So my battery saver option is grayed out. However, if you are not connected to your battery source, as a laptop, you're not always connected to the plug. If your battery is going low, or really anytime, you can click on battery saver. And I've used this at the end of the day when my battery is about to die, but I might be in an IEP meeting or I might be working with a teacher and I just need a few more percentages to get through the rest of the day. I can click on battery saver and it will shut down any unneeded things, turn the screen brightness down to as low as it goes, usually around 0 for me, and try to save as much battery as you can. It usually gives me anywhere between 5 to 7 more percent, which gets me towards the end of the day until I can project or until I can get to a power source. Project actually doesn't, or actually Project does work in our district. Project changes how I'm projected on the screen. Now, depending on how your projector works in your room, this option may or may not work. So please test it out in your room or talk to your mentor or your tech coach and see if these options work. Either projecting just to your computer screen, duplicating what you see on your screen and on the projector, extending your screen. So your screen is one computer and essentially your projector is a second computer, or only projecting to your second screen, which means that your computer would be darkened. You wouldn't see anything on your screen on your computer. There we go. Connect does no longer work in our district. We used to use a way to connect to our projectors using the Connect button. That no longer works. Everybody uses a program called EasyMP, which is found in your program or on your desktop. If you are looking for it, remember you can use the Cortana search and type in the word easy, and you will find EasyMP that will allow you to connect to your projector in your classroom. That is another video and another tutorial for you. And then lastly, you've got this network button here, and that will allow you to take a look at the networks, connect to a different network. This is mostly helpful when you're trying to connect to your network in your own home. Your computers are set up to connect to the correct network in your building, so you shouldn't have to click it when you're in a school building. However, when you're home or you're connected to Starbucks or another Wi-Fi that's not preset into your computer, that's where you're going to use that button. Now that we've explored all of the right-hand side of your desktop, now it's time to go back into Schoology and take a look at your next assignment, which deals with the action menu.